I Got the Rhythm by Connie Schofield Morrison, illustrated by Frank Morrison. Stick around after the story, friends. We're going to do a lesson all on how our bodies can be used as our instruments because, like I keep telling you, music can be anywhere. This book is presented with permission of Scholastic Publishing. I thought of a rhythm in my mind. Think, think. I heard the rhythm with my ears. Beat, 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 beat. I looked at the rhythm with my eyes. Blink, 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 blink. I smelled the rhythm with my nose. I sang the rhythm with my mouth. Ooh la la, ooh la la. I caught the rhythm with my hands. I kept the rhythm with my fingers. I shook the rhythm with my hips. Shake, 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 shake. I felt the rhythm with my knees. Knock, 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 knock. I walked the rhythm with my feet. Stomp, 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 stomp. I tapped the rhythm with my toes. Tip, tap, tip, tap. I danced to the rhythm of a drum. Beat, bop, beat, bop. I clapped and snapped. I tipped and tapped. I popped and locked. I hipped and hopped. Beat, bop, bing, bang, boom, boom, boom. Boom, box, beat, bop, kaboom, kaboom. I got the rhythm and you can too. So friends, I hope you enjoyed the story. Obviously, there's not a lot to it. Our friend in the story was simply listening and observing the world around her, hearing the beat and the rhythm of other things and other people, not necessarily instruments. So before we move on to actually making some music, let's talk about the questions above me. What is beat? What is rhythm? Are they the same? So let's go ahead and answer the third question. No, they're not the same. They are both very important when it comes to making music. And most of you should remember from the beginning of the year that I did talk to you all about these two terms. So let's talk about beat first. The beat of the music is kind of like your heartbeat. It is a steady pulse. You don't always hear it, but you do feel it. And because it is a steady beat, It stays consistent. That means it stays the same the whole way through a piece of music or through a section of music. So if I'm singing a song and I find myself tapping my foot along with the song, I'm normally not tapping my foot with every single sound or word or note. I'm normally tapping that pulse that I feel, that internal almost like your heartbeat. Okay? Now, rhythm, you need a beat to create a rhythm. Rhythms are the patterns that are laid on top of the beat. So you have your long and short sounds and silences. So for example, if I clap a steady beat, it could be any song in the world. That could be anything from Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to our ABCs. Could be something completely different. Could be a song you hear on the radio. We don't know because there's no pattern there, just that steady pulse. Now, most of the time, if I tap a rhythm of long and short sounds and silences, we don't necessarily have to have the highs and the lows to recognize the song. So for example, really easy. Have you figured it out yet? Now that could be several songs because they all have the same rhythm, but it could be Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It could be our ABCs. But there were long and short sounds and silences, and that should have kind of given you that hint. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So, same thing. Now, if I were to clap, let's say, the rhythm of a cartoon that you're familiar with, the theme song. Everyone knows the theme song to their favorite cartoons, right? You can hear it from the other room and know that your favorite show is coming on. So let's take this rhythm. Anyone figure it out? I thought you would. That was the SpongeBob theme song. We've got the long note at the beginning, a pause, and then that kind of rocking feel to the beat. So hopefully we understand that. Now we're going to use our beat and our rhythm to do something called ham bone. So what is ham bone music? Ham bone music started out with the slave trade here in the United States a long time ago. Unfortunately, people were brought over here from Africa, from areas that knew nothing about the American culture, and as they tried to bring some of their own culture with them, they were forbidden to have certain things. So people working on the plantations, the slaves working on the plantations, they weren't allowed to have drums with them, which was a huge part of tribal life in Africa and the social life in Africa. Their music was very rhythm based, and they used a lot of percussive instruments. So they thought of ways to kind of get around that. And one of the ways that they figured it out is, oh, well, we can clap, we can pat, we can stomp. Our bodies can be our instruments. And this kind of music making has become kind of a folk music tradition throughout the United States, not just here in the South. Steve Hickman is what we call professional ham bone artist, and there's not many of these guys out there. but he plays lots of other instruments. This started out as a hobby for him. So the sound quality for me to play this video on here is not that great. So I will, in the comments below my video, in the description, I'm going to share this link because he is a fantastic artist. But I do want you to see a little bit of what he does.
You hear that all right? Here we go.
So you can already see he's using a lot of padding. He's on his legs, his hands. He's even utilizing his lips. A ham bone artist creates music kind of like a drummer creates a drum solo or a tap dancer creates a tap dance solo. They're just utilizing their entire body. So when Mrs. Hardy is telling you, we're going to do some body percussion, this is what we're talking about. We're talking really about ham bone. You'll notice he's using multiple different surfaces, not just the tops of his legs, but the sides. He's using the tops and bottoms of his hands. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. And we're going to learn a song called Ham Bone, and we're going to add some of our own. Hi friends. So it is 11:30 at night. I've had some technological issues as I've been editing this and realized that my lesson is really pretty long for one video. So if you look in the description below the video, I am going to put the link for the next part of the lesson down there. And that is going to be our ham bone song and body percussion to go with it. So hopefully this will work this time, and we will have 2 videos for this lesson. So hopefully you've watched this first and no problem. Okay, fingers crossed. Bye guys.